Let's unpack this historical mystery today. Welcome to This Explainer, where we are literally stepping back into the sands of time to look at an epic 3,000-year-old cold case that has absolutely fascinated the world for generations.
Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever wondered how exactly a 9-year-old boy became the absolute most famous face of ancient Egypt? And why does his sudden, completely mysterious death, after reigning for barely a decade, still hold so many secrets today? Well, that is the incredible enigma of King Tutankhamun.
So here is our quick roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to start with the unsolved mystery of Tutankhamun himself, look back at his undeniably strange dynasty, explore Carter's famous 1922 discovery, and discuss the pretty harsh treatment the mummy faced early on. Finally, we'll see how modern tech and a groundbreaking CT scan revealed a whole new set of secrets.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, Tutankhamun, an unsolved mystery.
You see, King Tut wasn't just your average ancient royal. He was the very last heir of an incredibly powerful Egyptian dynasty. Yet his unexpected death, while he was still just a teenager, remained a heavily guarded secret, buried beneath the desert right along with his body. Now, to really grasp his burial, we have to understand the concept of a mummy. The ancient Egyptians fiercely believed in life after death. They meticulously preserved a deceased body using special bandages and super strong resins. But they didn't stop there. They packed the tomb with just unbelievable wealth, food, and everyday items, because they believed the dead king would literally need these things to live a prosperous life in the afterlife. And that's exactly why this teenage king was buried with such unimaginable, staggering treasures.
Moving right along to Section 2, the strange history of the Pharaoh dynasty.
To truly get who Tut was, we need to rewind a bit and look at his chaotic family lineage. According to researcher Ray Johnson over at the University of Chicago, the events leading right up to Tutankhamen's reign make up one of the strangest periods in all of ancient Egyptian history. We start with Amenhotep III, a massively powerful ruler who sat on the throne for 40 years. Then comes his son, Amenhotep IV, who plunges the kingdom into absolute religious upheaval. Researchers actually call this the wacky era. After him, a completely mysterious ruler appears for just a brief period and then vanishes from history entirely. And it's that chaotic, messy stage that paves the way for our 9-year-old king, Tutankhamun, who steps up as the great restorer.
The historical record here beautifully contrasts just how radical things got. Amenhotep IV went completely rogue. He smashed the temples of the old god Amun, he forced the entire kingdom to worship the sun disk Aten, and he even moved the capital city to Amarna. He changed his own name to Akhenaten, meaning servant of Aten. Then comes King Tut. And Tut basically hits the undo button on all of this. He changes his name to Tutankhamun, meaning living image of Amun, restores the worship of the old gods, and brings the cultural center right back to Thebes. He was essentially fixing a broken system.
Fast forward to Section 3, 1922, Carter's discovery.
After laying completely undisturbed for thousands of years, a British archaeologist named Howard Carter makes a monumental breakthrough in 1922. He unearths a rock-cut tomb hidden 26 feet underground, and inside, the find was just staggering. He discovered a solid gold inner coffin sitting alongside normal items of everyday life, things like a bronze razor, board games, linen clothes, and cases of food and wine. These everyday items really ground the boy king as a relatable human being, right? But here's the most fascinating detail. Carter found garlands of olive leaves, lotus petals, and cornflowers. These specific spring flowers allowed experts to brilliantly pinpoint his burial month to exactly March or April. Talk about ancient forensic evidence.